Say what you will about Detroit, one thing is for sure, it's a very enigmatic place. As I'm at the intersection of Woodward and Congress, looking west towards Chicago, the sun is just setting. The sun is not setting figuratively on the city of Detroit. As a matter of fact, as I've said in many of my vlogs, Detroit is on the comeback trail. It's on the ascendancy. And the downtown area, and I'm talking about the Woodward corridor, the Cass corridor, and the Brush Avenue corridor, are coming back big time. I had the overwhelming impression that during the 16 months I spent in Detroit, half the time the flags were at half-mast. Geographically, Detroit is one of the biggest cities in the United States, and it seems to have an incredible number of neighborhoods, many of which are still in economic crisis, and I say that with tongue-in-cheek because it seems to be more than economic crisis, it's devastating. A Blight task force in 2014 said 40,000 abandoned houses needed to be torn down and 38,000 others were falling apart in one of the nation's poorest major cities that emerged in December 2014 from the largest municipal bankruptcy in U.S. history. Now, I don't mean to imply in any way, shape, or form that all of Detroit looks like this, but believe me, from my experience, it doesn't take long to drive into a neighborhood similar to this. But there are, of course, other neighborhoods which are a lot better, and historically speaking, Detroit used to be a great city, and it had terrific neighborhoods, and I want to spotlight two of those neighborhoods. Indian Village, of course, was not entirely spared of the difficult times of Detroit. As you see here, there's a fair amount of empty real estate where magnificent houses used to be. Indian Village is a historic, affluent neighborhood located in Detroit's east side. The district has a number of architecturally significant homes built in the early 20th century when Detroit was a booming place. A number of the houses have been substantially restored and many others well kept up. Bordering Indian Village to the west is West Village, with additional historic homes and townhouses and apartments. Many of the homes were built by prominent architects such as Albert Kahn, Louis Camper, and William Stratton. Do see my vlog on Albert Kahn, Detroit's architect. Amazing man, amazing architect. These homes were built for some of Detroit's most prominent citizens, such as Edsel Ford, Henry Ford's only son, and who I spotlighted in a vlog on the Detroit Institute of Art. Edsel Ford, a patron of the arts, was instrumental in bringing Diego Rivera, the famous Mexican muralist, to the Detroit Institute of Art to do the Detroit Industrial Mural. Near the Fisher Building, Albert Kahn's crowning achievement, is another historic neighborhood called New Center. As I trudge along in the beautiful winter scenery and look left, there, the magnificent Fisher Building. Wow, a Detroit monument. And yes, why not? Even here, you have the odd abandoned house and empty lot. It's Detroit. Remember, the Fisher brothers had great plans for New Center as an alternative to downtown. And just across from the Fisher Building, of course, was a GM headquarters for a period of 70 years. So with that kind of star power, you had to have decent neighborhoods, as we have here. Join me next Friday for more on this fascinating city of Detroit. And if you made it this far, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and maybe a comment. Have a great week.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality. Baby, baby, you are really hurting me. 'Cause every time